What's up, everyone? Just got back home from work. Now I get to finally record my quick thoughts about Deadpool and Wolverine, which was meant to be recorded last night when I got home from the theater. But when I got home, I just sat on my bed and I just slumped over and passed out. Passed out, woke up, didn't know where I was, and I was like, "Oh shit! I got an hour left to get ready to go to work." But anyways, Deadpool and Wolverine is the third Deadpool sequel? No, second sequel, right? Second sequel, third film in the Deadpool movie franchise, but first Deadpool movie to be part of the MCU. However, they did not shy away from keeping it rated R, which means tons of violence and cursing throughout the entire movie. So much cursing that I just didn't really care much for it anymore by the third act. Same thing with the jokes in the movie, like there was so many goddamn jokes, which I was fine with in the first two acts, but by the time the third act came around, I was just not laughing anymore. I was just resting my head on my hand, going, all right, I'm ready for this to be over now. Like, can we wrap this up? Can we pull back on the jokes, please? Can we just make this serious for once? And it seemed for a moment they got a bit serious, but then they quickly went back to the jokes, and I was like, oh god damn it. But with that said, I still think this is an enjoyable Deadpool film, enjoyable Deadpool sequel. The one question I'm pretty sure everyone wants to know is this the movie to save the MCU, or is this the one to make me say the MCU is back? And I'm gonna say, not for me. Not for me, just meh. Obviously I can't speak for everyone. Pretty sure this is the film that might save the MCU for a lot of other people out there. I was paying attention to the audience members as I was watching the film. A lot of people were clapping and cheering and having a good time, but those could have been, loyal, dedicated MCU fans, but who knows. But yeah, for me, no, this did not. I felt like this didn't really revitalize my passion for the MCU. At least not yet. Not with this movie anyways. Not till I see further improvements with other films later on down the line, which I don't know if I'm even going to see. Because I'll tell you right now, after Thor Love and Thunder, I pretty much gave up on the MCU. There was quite a few Marvel films I missed out on between Thor Love and Thunder and Deadpool and Wolverine. Also, the Disney Plus shows, I did not bother to watch any of those. Didn't care. That's how checked out of the MCU I was. So yeah, I skipped out on Marvel's Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, even though a lot of people said it was good, but I just didn't care. I was just completely checked out of the MCU. Eternals, I missed out on a lot. I still don't care. Still don't bother. I still don't have any urge to watch them. Deadpool and Wolverine is the only MCU film I was willing to give a chance. I was willing to give a shot after Thor Love and Thunder, because I was like, you know what? I'm done with all of this. I'm just exhausted. Why continuously disappoint? Why continuously go to something that I know that I'm going to be disappointed with, when I could just quit and no longer enjoy it and enjoy other things in life, But no, Deadpool and Wolverine caught my attention, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. And I will say, for me, it was fun. It was a fun movie. Or a fun Deadpool movie. Mostly with the first two acts, I would say, for me, the things I had the most fun with, not the plot. I would say everything else in the movie was more enjoyable than the plot. For me, the most enjoyable things were the fights, the banter between the characters, and the cameos, which none of them was spoiled for me, by the way, because I stayed off everything. I stayed off social media, stayed off YouTube, everything. So when the cameos showed up, I was like, ah! It was a nice Surprise. Yeah, it was a nice surprise for me. So I'm glad that I had none of that spoiled for me. Um, oh man, especially one cameo in particular had everybody clapping in the theater. Like even me, like I shouted out "Whoa!" and started clapping. Everyone else started clapping, and that was fun. But there was another cameo right after that cameo, which I was the only one who clapped for this person, this character. I was like, what the hell? Does no one else in this theater know who the hell this is? Gah! It was so embarrassing, but I didn't care. Like it was seeing one of my favorite, no spoilers, but one of my favorite Marvel characters, who I can give you guys a slight hint, but you'll probably never guess it. He was in a animated show recently that just ended, I think like last month or 2 months ago. I think it was last month, right? On Disney Plus. That's all I'm gonna say. But as soon as I saw him pop up, I was like, oh, no way. Even though they sort of made a joke out of him a little bit, but still, it was nice to see him in full costume. And I was like, ah, and using his powers and sorry. Okay. So how was Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman as Deadpool and Wolverine? Well, they have not lost a step. If you've seen the previous Deadpool films, you're pretty much getting more of that with Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. But it seems like they were going a little well, they were doing a little too much with the jokes. It was just too much at times, to the point where I'm just like, okay. Yeah, I wish they would just pull back on a lot of the funnies. Just pull back on a lot of the funny, and let's just get serious here. Hugh Jackman, if you've seen him obviously as Wolverine for I don't know how many years now, he fits back into the role like a glove. Like a glove. He hasn't lost a step. It was very nice to see him in the yellow spandex, or yellow and blue spandex, for the first time ever. What I always wanted, since I've seen the original live-action X-Men film many, many ages ago. Oh, I will never forget that when I snuck into the screening of that movie with a Hispanic girl and her sister, actually. And I was just so excited to see X-Men, a live-action X-Men. And when they're all wearing black leather, I was like, what the hell is this? And the mediocre special effects. I was like, what? I don't know, what the? This feels like a made-for-TV movie. But I guess it's nice that, they're part of the MCU now, and they're course correcting some stuff. So who's to thank for that? Is it Kevin Feige? It's probably Kevin Feige, right? So I'm trying to think what else to say. Zero spoilers, of course. Not much. I just wanted to record my quick thoughts, not go into too much detail. I will say that this is a fun film that I still plan on picking up on 4K Blu-ray. It was fun enough for me to even want to purchase some of the merchandise that might be coming out for this film, like, like action figures, or I don't know, like toppers for like plastic cups, because I've seen a few of those online and they look cute and awesome to collect. So I might get a pair of those, or a set of those, of Deadpool and Wolverine cup toppers. Yeah, would I recommend this movie to you guys? Jeez. Obviously, if you've been a ride or die fan of the MCU since the beginning, obviously you're going to see it regardless. If you've given up on the MCU like I did, and you just have a certain disdain towards Disney, I will say you might still have a fun time. Yeah, you might still have a fun time with this. It might not rekindle your passion for, I don't know, MCU superhero movies, but you might still have a fun time with this. So I would definitely recommend it. Don't bring your grandmother to this, because there's so much cursing and inappropriate languages and gore, and it's nuts. It's nuts. But yeah, I had a fun time, regardless how I felt of the third act.